What can I do for you, Detective?
Well, I've been thinking about what happened over at Johnny's last night.
Well, I already gave my statement. Yeah.
You know, I was a young kid when Lily died, starting that car outside of Dad's club, but I still remember how guilty you felt because the bomb was meant for you.
I don't need your sympathy.
You know, in a split second, you lost everything. Your wife, the baby she was carrying. I saw how deeply you grieved, Sonny. That's why it's so hard for me to wrap my head around you ever using a car bomb under any circumstances, even if it meant getting Johnny out of Christina's life for good.
I thank God every minute that Christina is alive and safe.
How far are you willing to go to keep her that way?
I carry Lily's death and the death of our child every single day with me.
Now, some might say that her death was inevitable, a byproduct of the business you're in.
And some might say that you being a cop puts everyone you love in danger too, so what's the point?
I'm just trying to keep any more innocent people from becoming casualties.
Then we're on the same side, Lucky. Just like you, I'll do whatever I can to make sure that I keep my family safe, right? And protect them from people who try to use them to get to me, which is what Johnny Zakar's doing with Christina. He's using her. Put yourself in my shoes. You know that a grown man is playing sick mind games with your teenage daughter. What will you do? Plus, he's a target for the Lopez brothers. Their signature is car bombs. And they'll do anything they can to take out who they want. So my daughter is in danger every minute that she's with Johnny, and what I'm gonna do as a father is make sure that she stays safe.
I understand that, Sonny. But this is starting to feel different this time. Because all Johnny cares about is seeing you pay for Claudia's death, and that makes this war between you personal.
Damn right it's personal.
But Christina's not the only one who's in danger. Everyone you care about could become a casualty.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
Hey. Good morning.
What's all this?
It's from the Metro Court restaurant, a sampling of every item on the menu. It's delicious. Thank you.
Listen, I'm pleased that you're enjoying all this, but honestly, I didn't send out for any of this.
No, but I charged it to you. I figured if you paid for my surgery, you could certainly afford to spring for breakfast. Croissant?
It would be real convenient for the cops to pin the car bomb on me, but you know what? It'll be convenient for Johnny, too. But here's the thing. Putting me away when I stop the violence, it's just gonna make it worse, Lucky. Much worse.
Because Johnny doesn't have the respect you do, right?
You keep looking at me like I'm the bad guy. You take me out of the equation. Poor Charles is in real big trouble. All the families are gonna come down on Johnny, and all the peace that I brokered will fall apart. You're gonna have a huge war on your hands.
Just saying that you're getting emotionally involved, and you know as well as I do, Sonny, that always ends in more violence.
I'm not the only one Johnny's provoking.
Okay. All right, let's just say that it was the Lopez brothers who planted the bomb. Okay? But that's all the more reason for you to just take a step back. I'm telling you, man, let the cops handle Johnny, or you'll be the one we end up busting. I mean, Dante's preoccupied with Franco right now, but he's still itching at the chance to take you down. What, do you want to make it easy for him?
Why do you care?
I care about the innocent lives that could be lost if you don't let go of this grudge against Johnny. And I don't want one of those lives to be Christina's or Michael's.
I don't want that either. But it's not your problem. It's my problem. I appreciate your concern.
So?
Yeah, I talked to Sonny like he wanted. Yeah.
What's your impression?
Well, how much time do you have? I don't know, it's weird, you know? I mean, I was just a kid when Sonny's first wife died. But I could still see how it affected him. I mean, losing Lily and the baby that she was carrying destroyed him. He almost didn't come back from that. And an hour ago, I would have sworn that Sonny would never use a car bomb under any circumstances.
And now?
I'm thinking he did it. Catch than you think. I mean, Sonny has spent most of his life one step ahead of everyone who's trying to take him down. Just out of curiosity, what makes you think you're going to be any different?
Sonny's been hitting on me. All I have to do is play along, let him try to seduce me. I'll make the appropriate protest before Sonny can finally win me over. His ego will be stroked, and I'll be in the perfect position to get what I need from him.
Look, I've already told you about all the women who've tried that and failed. But do a favor for me, Claire. Don't do such a good job of pretending to fall for Sonny that you actually do.
I promised Spencer I'd take him for a ride, so I better go. I'll come by and check on you later.
Have fun. Tell him I say hi.
I will.
Sure you won't have any of this? You're eating for two, you know.
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Boy, when I was pregnant, I didn't have anything like your willpower. I ate anything I could get my hands on and then some.
I didn't know you had children. You've never mentioned them before.
That doesn't mean they don't exist.
Would you like me to notify them if,
If I
something...
kicked the bucket,
To handle your affairs.
my affairs were a lot like yours. That's why I've made a point of never bringing them up. I had a young man in my life once. A lot like you're lucky. First love, forever love. His name was Ralph. Don't be fooled by the name. He was very good looking and the most generous person I've ever met. Well, I'll spare you the boring details. The meat of the story is that life and circumstances parted us. He left town, and I cried my share of tears. Finally, I had to move on, with his best friend, no less. We were married, had two beautiful children, a boy and a girl. It was a good life, safe life. And if I didn't love Leonard always the way I wanted to, if we both had to grit our teeth sometimes, oh well. What marriage doesn't involve compromise? But then one day I was walking down the street and I saw this familiar smile heading right toward me. It was Ralph. He'd come back. And so did all the old feelings. They were stronger and more real than ever before. I'd never stopped loving him. I always felt cheated out of the life we were supposed to have. So I left my husband and my kids to be with him. We finally had the wedding and the life I'd been waiting for.
What happened?
He died a few years back. Then shortly thereafter, I was diagnosed with the cancer. I was almost relieved. It was almost comforting, because I knew that it wouldn't be too long before I'd be with Ralph again. But the thing is, there's a flip side to this comfort. You know, when you're sick, you have a lot of time to think about your life, the choices you've made, the people you've hurt. What I did tore my family apart.
If you could go back,
Would I change things? Would I stay with my husband and let Ralph go on by? Honestly, I don't think I would. That may not be the right answer, but it's how I feel. I'm sure I'm selfish in most people's eyes. A mother admitting that she'd leave her children again if she had the chance. I can forgive myself most of the time. But my children couldn't. Their father is dead too. They have their own lives, and I'm not part of them. For that, I have many regrets.
Hi, I need to see Detective Spencer.
Sure, have a seat. I'll check if he's available.
Great, thank you.